Hey there folks, Paul here with Aristides Guitars, and in today's pickup demo we're going to be talking about the Lundgren Black Heaven pickups. The guitar that we're using today is actually kind of special. This is the very first 8-string of the STX series that we make, and it's pretty exciting. So this is an STX8SR in white with a black pickguard, single volume knob, multi-scale Evertune, black heavens, 5-way switch, just ready to rock. So according to Lundgren's website, we've got a ceramic bridge pickup and a Alnico neck pickup. And well, before I get ahead of myself and start comparing it to the M series, which is another super popular pickup that we offer in our guitars, let's hear some playing first. So for my ears, it's quite an aggressive pickup. It's still less aggressive than the M series. The M series has a little bit more sterility. It feels a little drier. There's a bit more of a nuanced feeling of chewiness when I play this guitar and when I play and listen to these pickups specifically. And that chewiness translates to a different kind of feeling in the picking hand. It doesn't feel quite as tight as the M series, but there's a lot of dynamic in the playing as opposed to the M series, which almost comes across like an active pickup. So in terms of comparisons to other pickups, I would say this is still nothing to do with an active pickup whatsoever. These are passives, but there's like a chewiness, there's a dynamic response that's a little bit more natural as opposed to the Meshuggah series, which is a lot more sterile, a lot more dry, a lot more cutthroat and precise. So you can get away with a bit more tones, I think, a plethora more of tones with the Black Heavens. But so to continue on, let's hear a clean sound. I'm going to cycle through every single pickup option that we have, and let's take it from there. So like I was saying, very dynamic, very rich. There's a lot of give and take with these pickups. They're definitely nothing to do, again, with active pickups, and quite a lot more open feeling than the M series. There's a lot more bloom of the note. You can control your volume and your attack with just playing with the pick. You don't need necessarily a volume swell to control the actual volume of the guitar. It's a loud feeling guitar, loud pickups, but there's dynamic, it breathes. It's quite a rich and dense tone, and I personally really like that because you can sculpt quite a lot out of density. That being said, density doesn't mean that it's muddy or flubby or anything like that. It feels really comfortable to play this. And honestly, if you were to compare that clean tone to a 6-string or a 7-string, I think I might actually pick this because of the fullness of the sound. So yeah, it comes back to EQ and the amp that you use, of course, but in terms of the dynamic response of the pickups, in terms of playing the guitar and feeling it in the room as well, yeah, these pickups are a winner. Now I'm going to switch over to a lead sound. So in terms of leads, as you can tell, I kind of got into it and I'm gonna have to trim the video down, but that's okay. It sounds really great. It's got a lot of cream to the sound. It's got a lot of balance. It's really full sounding as well. Of course, what you do after your signal is important and is a lot of the sound, but in terms of response and in terms of dynamic, these pickups are awesome. And finally, yeah, I don't have far too much experience with the Black Heavens personally, but I do remember playing the Black Heavens on one of the very first H08 guitars, and it was already super impressive back then. The consistency in terms of quality, in terms of dynamic and sustain and just control over the note is absolutely there. It's funny because that video I made actually was on an 8-string guitar, and this is on an 8-string guitar as well. And the fact that I remember it pleasantly and it seems to keep and hold up is kind of also a sign. Black Heavens are pretty darn good. So if you're looking for something a bit more open and a bit more dynamic instead of the M series, in our guitars, Black Heavens are a really safe bet if you're going with the Lundgren route. So that about wraps it up. Thank you for checking out the video, and if you liked it, do subscribe, because we do have more of these pickup demos coming awfully soon. And again, I've been Paul with Aristides, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.